There's one specific mistake that almost every English student makes, maybe even you, and it's the very thing that's probably slowing down your progress. So, let's just dive right in, figure out what it is, and more importantly, how you can start fixing it. Like today.
So just take a second here and really ask yourself, what do you think is the main thing holding you back? What's that wall you keep hitting when you try to speak fluently?
For most of us, our brain immediately jumps to these usual suspects, right? Oh, my grammar's not good enough, or I just don't know enough words, or maybe I'm just really self-conscious about my accent. But here's the secret. Those aren't the real problem. The actual number one mistake is focusing on being perfect instead of just, practicing. So let's really break down what this mistake actually looks like, because it goes a little deeper than you might think. It's really all about how your brain has been trained to learn English from the very beginning. Think about it. How did you learn in school? All those hours, memorizing grammar rules, making vocabulary flashcards. We've basically trained our brains to be amazing at writing and reading English. But speaking, that's a completely different skill. It's physical. It's like learning to ride a bike. It's about muscle memory in your mouth and your brain, not just knowing the theory. And that right there is the perfection trap that so many of us fall into. We tell ourselves, I'll start speaking when my grammar is perfect. But that day never comes, does it? And every single day we wait is another day we're not building the actual skill we want. Okay, so if it's such a clear trap, why do we keep falling into it? Well, there are a few really common reasons that are probably going to sound pretty familiar to you.
So there are kind of three big things working against us. First, school systems. They're all about written tests, right? Not conversation. Then we fall into this habit of passive learning. We watch shows, we listen to podcasts, and we feel like we're learning, but we're not actually doing anything. And of course, the biggest one of all, just plain old fear. The fear of sounding stupid.
This really gets to the heart of it. Passive learning is so tricky because it feels productive. You're watching a movie in English, you're thinking, hey, I'm improving. But just consuming the language isn't the same as actually producing it yourself. Not even close. You know what it's like? It's exactly like watching a cooking show. You can watch hundreds of hours of Gordon Ramsay, you can know all the recipes, all the techniques, but until you actually step into the kitchen, pick up a knife and start chopping, and let's be honest, probably burn a few things, you can't cook. Speaking English is the exact same thing. You gotta get in the kitchen. Okay, so we've identified the problem, we know why it happens, now for the good stuff, the solution. And it all starts with a simple but really powerful shift in your mindset. Right now, you might be stuck here in what I call translation mode. You hear something in English, you translate it in your head to your native language, you think of a reply, you translate that back into English, and then you finally speak. It's slow, it's exhausting, and it's the reason for all those long, awkward pauses. This is what we're aiming for. Flow. It's that magical ability to think and respond directly in English, completely cutting out that slow, clunky translation step. It's about letting the words come out naturally, even if they're not perfect. That's real fluency. This right here, this is the mantra. This is the mindset shift that will change absolutely everything for you. Fluency is built in those messy, imperfect, real moments of practice, not by waiting around for a level of perfection that honestly is never going to come. And I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great and all, but who has hours to practice every day? I get it. The good news is you don't need hours. The heck? You just need 5 minutes. Yeah, you heard me, just 5 minutes. That's the secret. And this is a big but, it has to be every single day. Consistency is what builds the skill, not these long, once-a-week study sessions. So what can you actually do in those 5 minutes? Well, here are 4 simple things. 1, narrate your day out loud. I'm making coffee. I'm walking to the bus stop. It feels weird at first, but trust me, it works. 2, try shadowing. Find a short video of a native speaker and just repeat what they say, trying to copy their rhythm. 3, hop on a language app for a super quick chat. And 4, the one we all avoid, record yourself on your phone. Listening back to yourself is one of the most powerful tools you have. That shadowing tip,
It is especially powerful. Why? Because the English in our textbooks is often way too formal. In real life, nobody says, I am going to the store. People say, I'm gonna go to the store. Shadowing trains your brain and your mouth to use that natural, connected, flowing English that people actually use.
So let's bring this all home. The road to fluency isn't about learning more words or memorizing more grammar rules. It's about activating the English you already know. It's about giving yourself permission to be a little messy, to make some mistakes, and to just speak. Please remember this. Native speakers don't care if you use the wrong preposition or mix up a verb tense. Really. They just want to understand what you're saying and connect with you. And the amazing truth is, you can be understood right now, today, with the English you already have. So I'm leaving you with a challenge. Not for tomorrow, not for next week, for today, right now. What is one simple sentence that you're going to commit to speaking out loud? It can be about anything. This coffee is good. The weather is nice. The only goal is to break the silence.
If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to The Explainers so you don't miss out on more tips like this. And take that first step right now. Go down to the comments and share that one sentence you're going to say today. Let's fill that comment section with action. Thanks for watching, and remember, mistakes aren't failures, they're just practice. So go start speaking.